On today's show, we look into an app that is taking over the student body 1 2-minute timer at a time. And we take a look into the behind-the-scenes preparation of this week's pep rally. Finally, we look into the spirit going into this week's rivalry game against Prosper. These stories and more on this edition of Hilltop News. What's rockin' Rock Nation, and welcome back to another episode of Hilltop News. Live from Studio 1060, I'm Bronwyn Leiber.
And I'm Ashley Salloway.
We have a great show in store for you today, but first Ashley is going to catch you up on everything going on around the Hill. Ashley?
Thanks, Bronwyn. Last Friday night, we saw our homecoming King and Queen nominees get announced at halftime of the football game. The nominees for King were Matt Wagner, Rami Shahabi, Keani Morrison, Jerron Quinn, and Logan Dixon. The nominees for Queen were Kendall Wrench, Nicole Bittner, Veronica Coley, Bronwyn Leiber, and Margaret Gardizzi. The 2022 homecoming King and Queen were Rami Shahabi and Nicole Bittner. Congratulations to both of them and to all other nominees. Now, speaking of homecoming, last week our school was filled with multiple different dress-up days. That isn't changing this week with the big rivalry game being Friday night. Today's theme was You Wish You Were Here as we dress up as tourists. Tuesday's theme is Only the Best Get Rest, where you wear your pajamas to school. Next, Wednesday is with the theme of Too Cool for That School, where we'll be rocking our shades all day long. Thursday is the ultimate battle of the principals as you get to decide if you're going to hook 'em or gig 'em as you dress up in college gear for one of the two. Morning, there's only one right answer in Mr. Toth's eyes. And finally comes Friday, where we show we are happier on the hill by wearing neon. However, this is only for the school day as the football game theme is blackout. Finally, Student Council's In and Out fundraiser will be taking place tomorrow during the open house. The event will be held from 5:30 to 7, and all tickets must be pre-purchased either for $5 at lunches or for $6 on My School Bucks. The food truck will offer both hamburgers, cheeseburgers, as well as chips and a drink. All proceeds will go to Student Council. This past Tuesday, Prosper ISD Board Trustees met in closed session to discuss upcoming plans for Walnut Grove High School. They decided to rush the construction of the school, so it plans to open next school year in the fall of 2023. Making headlines around the world, the Queen was laid to rest this morning, ending the 10-day mourning period for the United Kingdom. Their service was held at the Westminster Abbey with 2,000 guests in attendance. We have a lot going on around the Hill this week, so here's a quick preview to keep you up to date.
With all the popularity surrounding the Be Real app, Kyla Lewis looks into the app and what it makes it so special.
Whether in bed, at a football game, or the homecoming dance, the concept of planning out the perfect social media post is thrown out the window with the buzz of a once-a-day notification that challenges you to stop and be real.
I say it's special because you never really know when it's going to go off, so it's kind of just like a guess, and if you're doing something cool, then it gets something cool, and if you're just laying in bed, then you're just laying in bed.
The Be Real app has not only allowed teenagers another way of communication, but has also helped out in taking away the pressure that many people feel when posting on social media. Because of the quick and random nature of the app, it has changed the culture regarding social media and continues to show teenagers that it's okay to truly be real when posting.
Be Real is different from all the social media platforms in a way that it takes like all the perfection and perfectness like out of every single in Instagram, people try to like have the perfect tan, try to look good in everything, and in Be Real, it's just like it's way more relaxed, and you can just like be who you are and just take a picture wherever you're doing and like whatever interest you're doing that time of day.
Even though the app was around towards the end of last school year, its popularity spiked over the summer. With that, many students and teachers have struggled to find a way to post their Be Real and follow the district phone policy at the same time.
So I want to honor what the district and the campus is trying to do with the cell phone policy, and I understand the importance of instructional time. So we start by parking our phones at the beginning of class, but the reason why I want to give you your Be Real breaks is because, one, it's a cultural thing. I know cell phones and social media are part of your life. That's part of our social media journalism, storytelling. It's part of what we do curriculum-wise, so it just makes sense for us.
While every teacher has taken the new phone policy differently, the culture shift Be Real has started has proven to create exceptions within classrooms and unexpected connections across campus. For Hilltop News, I'm Kyla Lewis.
As the app continues to grow in popularity and more students use it during school, we will continue to see more teachers incorporate the app into their classrooms. This Friday, we will be having a blackout pep rally. Get ready for the Prosper Rock Hill game. Taylor Bedford gives us an inside look on the preparation going into this Friday's pep rally.
My favorite part of the blackout pep rally last year was when the lights turned off for the first time and everyone went crazy.
Pressure rises on performers to put on a show for the most highly anticipated pep rally of the football season for the rivalry game and blackout theme.
We pretty much have been turning each pep rally routine over each week, so we pretty much learn one while we're finishing the one before that, and then we start the next week.
There's a lot of preparation from spirit groups that goes into these performances. Cheers having double block practices and extending into the afternoon to get ready.
At times there's a lot going on, so we'll be practicing sidelines for games, and then we'll also be practicing for pep rallies at the exact same time. Not to mention we are getting ready to start learning our competition routines, so we're kind of going back and forth between all those different parts of cheer.
For safety measures, cheer will be having a practice the night before the pep rally with the strobe lighting. Along with balancing this performance with others, this pep rally offers performers a chance to get creative with standing out in the dark.
Is seeing everyone try new ways and unique ways to get everyone to see them, because it was glow in the dark so you couldn't see anyone. So like the drum line, I know, but they had like lights around their drums, and then for guard we put duct tape on our flags, like glow in the dark, like neon duct tape so people could see it, and we also wore like a white glove so you could see our hands.
While turning the lights off makes the performance more dangerous, it also brings the most energy and spirited pep rally of the year. For Hilltop News, I'm Taylor Bedford.
Students, make sure to trade in your blue, black, and white for glow-in-the-dark colors for this Friday's pep rally, but make sure to switch back into black for that night's game. Last weekend, football took on Braswell in their homecoming game, and water polo and volleyball both faced off against Prosper. Connor Fuxa is in studio to catch you up on all these games, as well as everything else for Rock Hill Sports. Connor.
Thank you, Bronwyn. Last Tuesday, girls volleyball kicked off the crosstown rivalry with Prosper when they traveled out to PHS. Our girls fought hard, but Prosper's volleyball team was too much for us, losing 3-0. The rest of the week for volleyball did not get any better, having to take on Allen away. They fell 3-0 in that one as well. They look to rebound tomorrow night at home versus Little Elm. Now moving on to water polo, they started off their week this past Tuesday traveling out to Denton to take on the Broncos. Both girls and guys performed well, handling Denton very convincingly. Moving on to Saturday, water polo got to be the second team to face off against Prosper in their first meeting of the season. Boys unfortunately could not get any momentum going against Prosper, losing 12-4. Our girls also started off their game rough, going down big at half, but they did not give up and fought their way back into the game and eventually went on to claim the win 12-7. Here's what Coach Peoples had to say right after the girls' win.
Okay. Incredible job. Okay, I'm really proud. Okay, don't relax. You take your time. Cheer on the boys. Incredible job. Way to go, boys.
Both teams will be back in action tomorrow night away at Denton Ryan. Now this past weekend, cross country headed down to Texas A&M for A&M's Invitational Meet. Our Blue Hawks did amazing while down there, with the boys pulling off 5th place out of 28 teams and our girls ending up on the podium getting 3rd place out of 30. The next meet for cross country will be the Texas Mile Split Invitational this Saturday. Now finally, football faced off against Denton Braswell last Friday night for both our first district game as well as our homecoming game. The game was back and forth non-stop with 4 different lead changes throughout the game. Going into the fourth quarter, Braswell led 42-38, but with 9 minutes left in the fourth, Braswell knocked in another touchdown to go up 49-38. However, our Blue Hawks responded quickly, with Kevin Sperry finding the end zone on the ground for the 3rd time that night, but after a failed 2-point attempt, the score read 49-44 in favor of Braswell with 7 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. After a lot of back and forth, Rock Hill got the ball with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to try and march down the field one last time to pull off the homecoming miracle. After multiple trick plays and a big run by Kevin Sperry, our Blue Hawks had one last shot on the 10-yard line with 10 seconds remaining. After an amazing throw from Kevin Sperry, Isaiah Orlandi caught the game-winning touchdown to give the Blue Hawks the 50-49 win. I caught up with Coach Wilkinson after the game to see what he had to say about the big win.
I mean, it's like I always tell y'all, anytime y'all talk to me, it's about our coaches and our players. It's all it's about. And it's about how they buy into the aspect of LEO, because that's what keeps the team together. You know, it's that idea of loving each other and not making it about the guy next, not making it about yourself, but the guy next to you. Like, I can't give enough credit to my coach staff and our players. Like, I'm a very small piece of this. I'm here, I got the picture, I'm the head coach, but it's those guys that do it. And I mean, I'm so proud of them, I can't even really express it in words right now, so.
After celebrating the win for the night, football is already locked in preparing for their big game against our neighbor coming up this Friday. Veronica Volchak looked into the ultimate crosstown rivalry.
Wrong school. So much better. This week marks the moments we've all been waiting the past 2 years for, the first ever Battle of the Birds of Prosper.
I think the energy is pretty high because everyone has been looking forward to this ever since we split from Prosper a couple years ago, especially the seniors, because we're the last class who actually went to Prosper. So I think that it's going to be super exciting and everyone's going to be really excited to see old friends and like have that friendly competition.
Although we just opened 2 years ago, we have already established our own reputation and culture of ICU and LEO that green school took over 100 years to build.
The family aspect of it, like everyone here is just like love each other. It's kind of a thing, LEO, love each other. There's a lot more love towards every other sport and a lot more support from like the students and the staff.
I think our sportsmanship is all around better than Prosper's, and even when we lose, we don't have a defeatist attitude about ourselves, and we come back the next week and we come back better than we were before and still as a team.
Although this game will be historic in terms of football, the shared competitive spirit and pride is sure to become pivotal in bringing the Rock Hill community even closer together.
I think it's going to be really exciting. I mean, we haven't had the two big high schools at the same stadium before, so it'll be weird getting to be on the visitor side, but it'll be just fun getting to see like the stands packed like on our side and on their side. There's going to be a lot of spirit and a lot of competition.
And it all goes down here at Children's Health Stadium at 7 p.m. on Friday. For Hilltop News, I'm Veronica Volchak.
Make sure to show up and show out for the Battle of the Birds this Friday. Well, that's all we have for today's show. For Hilltop News, I'm Connor Fuxa.
I'm Ashley Salloway.
And I'm Braun Leiber. Keep rocking, Blue Hawks.